Good morning, students. I welcome you all to a new class in physics today, children. If you remember, in the previous class, we discussed about Newton's universal law of gravitation, in which I explained to you that how two objects lying on the surface of the earth or in space exert a force, mutual force of attraction on each other. Okay, and it was represented by the formula F is equal to gmm upon r square. And I told you where g is the gravitational constant and it has a value of 6.67 into 10 to power minus 11. Right, children? In today's class, we continue with the same Newton's universal law of gravitation, but we will focus now on acceleration due to gravity, which is denoted by small g. Now, before I start with acceleration due to gravity, I want to give you a brief intro about what did Galileo study. Now, Galileo studied that the motion of different bodies, he studied the motion of different bodies under the force of attraction on the earth, right? So what did he do? What did he find out, from his study? He studied that when bodies of different masses and sizes, are made to fall in vacuum where there is no air, from the same height, they all reach the earth's surface simultaneously. That is in vacuum. And he also found that the velocity of a freely falling body increases at a constant rate as it falls towards the earth. If you remember, I had also briefed you about this, children, that when you drop an object from from a height, it will fall towards the earth because the force of attraction is pulling the earth towards itself, and therefore the velocity of the body will go on increasing when it falls towards the earth, and as a result of which it develops, or it is termed as acceleration due to gravity. So thus acceleration due to gravity, which is represented by small g, is the rate at which the velocity of a freely falling body increases. We know that the object is pulled towards the center of the earth, and when it is pulled towards the center of the earth, its velocity goes on increasing, and it is termed as acceleration due to gravity. And the SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is meters per second square, and it is considered to be a vector quantity, children. We know why is it a vector quantity, because it has direction. It is directed towards the center of the earth, downwards. Okay. Now, we also know that the value of g is 9.8 meters per second square on the surface of the earth, right? But it will slightly vary with altitude and with the depth. That is, when the altitude increases and the depth below the earth's surface increases, the value of g will decrease. Okay. And also remember one important thing, that is the value of g, that is acceleration due to gravity, would be 0 at the center of the earth. Okay, because the distance of separation will be 0. So therefore the value of g would be 0. Okay, and on the surface of the earth it would be 9.8 meters per second square, while when we move to higher altitudes, or we move towards the depth inside the water or ocean, or even when we go deep inside the earth, the value of g will decrease. So please remember this, children. Acceleration due to gravity denoted by small g, SI unit meter per second square. Now let us look at, now we have already studied about capital G, children. You know, it is the universal constant. It is called the gravitational constant. Okay, and its value is 6.67 into 10 to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. It is Newton meter square per kg square, yes. And now we have studied small g. Now let us see what is the relation between the two of them. We know small g is acceleration due to gravity, right? Now if we say that, let us suppose that we are on a particular planet, say Earth, and the mass of the earth is capital M, the radius of the earth is capital R, and as per stated by Newton's law of motion, if we have a body of mass small m placed on the surface of the earth, in that case F the force which is exerted, the force of attraction which will be exerted, will be given by the formula m into g. Okay, let us name this abbreviation or the formula as number 1. F is equal to mg. It is the force of attraction with which a mass of 1 kg is pulled by the earth by a force of gravity small g, acceleration due to gravity small g. Now, according to Newton's law of gravitation, we already know the formula is F is equal to gmm upon r square. Now, when we compare 1 and 2, what do we get? The mass of the object, that is m, is common, so it gets cancelled. So, we get small g is equal to gm upon r square. And this is how small g and capital G are related to each other. Can you see? Small g on a planet, say Earth, depends upon the mass and the radius of the planet, or if we consider Earth. It means that the value of g depends on two things. Number 1, the mass of the planet and the radius of the planet. Right? It does not depend. Why don't we consider capital G? Because it is constant. So therefore, if asked what is the relation between small g and capital G, if it is asked to derive, you will do it stepwise. First of all, you will consider the formula F is equal to mg, okay, where F is the force of attraction with which an object of mass, say small m, is pulled towards the Earth or the planet, given planet mg. Then the second is Newton's law of gravitation, F is equal to gmm upon r square. When you compare or equate, because both are the formulae for F, that is the force of attraction, when we equate both, we get small g is gm upon r square. Okay, from here we come to know that small g depends upon the mass of the planet and on the radius of the planet. Okay, now after this, let's move on. This is important, children. I want you to be very, just be very careful in understanding this. Now here, what I want to explain is, what is if I want to calculate the value of small g on the Earth and on the moon and then have a comparison between the two, how do I go about it? See, I have, because I'm comparing, so I have drawn a line in between. This is on Earth. I will calculate the value of small g on Earth, and I will calculate the value of small g, that is acceleration due to gravity, on the moon. For that, I'm going to use the formula which I have already done with you, children. Here, I just told you how can I calculate the value of small g, by using the formula gm upon r square. Now, we know that these values will be given. The mass of the Earth is given to you, 5.96 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And the radius of the Earth is also given to you, right? Similarly, the mass of the moon is given to you, okay? And the radius of the moon is also given to you. Now, using the formula, that is g, small g is gm upon r square, we know capital G has a constant value, so that we substitute. Then we substitute the value of the mass of the Earth here, and we substitute the value of the radius, but 2 times. Why? Because it's r square, and 10 to the power 6 becomes 10 to the power 12, double. Okay. Now, as I have told you that the values will be separated from the powers. Okay. So, I have done that. And I have calculated the value of G on the Earth to be 9.8 meters per second square. Okay. Similarly, I will also substitute the values in the formula gm upon r square to calculate the value of G on the moon. Here, the value of capital G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Right, the value of mass of the moon and the radius twice, because it is r square, and 10 to the power 6 becomes 10 to the power 12, double. And when I calculate the value of small g on the moon, it comes, I segregate the values from the powers, right? See, children, it is 22 minus 11, and when this 12 goes up, it becomes minus 12. Similarly over here, children, 24 minus 11 and minus 12, and ultimately the answer works out to 1.6 meters per second square. And now this is the value of G on the Earth, while this is the value of G on the moon. And when I compare these two values, you can see the value of G on the moon is much lesser than the value of G on the Earth. Okay. And when I compare the two, I find out that the value of acceleration due to gravity on the moon is only 1/6 of the value of G on the Earth, right? This is the reason why if a person is weighing, say for example, 60 kgs on the Earth, the person would weigh only 10 kgs on the moon, because the value of G on the moon is 1/6 the value of G on the earth. This is very, very important for you to know. You should know how to calculate these two things and compare them, right? So I will just continue this further, teaching you this topic further in my next class, in my next video, okay, which just in continuation with it, which I'm just going to record right now. Okay, children? So just please wait for that video. Thank you.